In the heart of the American Midwest, there once existed a bustling town, full of life, laughter, and the simple rhythms of daily life. Families woke up to the sun rising over fields of corn, children ran along the streets to school, shopkeepers opened their doors to welcome customers, and the air was filled with the familiar sounds of townsfolk going about their day. But one morning, everything changed. When the neighbors began to check on each other, they found streets completely empty, doors wide open, meals left unfinished on tables, and livestock roaming freely without a caretaker in sight. There was no sign of struggle, no evidence of evacuation, and not a single person remained. The town had simply vanished overnight, leaving behind only questions, mysteries, and whispers of strange occurrences that had been ignored for decades. Some locals recalled odd lights flickering in the night sky, strange sounds coming from the nearby forests, and travelers who never reached the town. Yet these signs had been dismissed as superstition till now. This is the story of a place lost in time, a town that disappeared without a trace, and a mystery that has puzzled historians, investigators, and curious minds for generations. Tonight, we will take you inside this enigma, exploring every clue, every strange occurrence, and every theory that might explain what really happened the day an entire town vanished overnight. Nestled in the heart of the Midwest, the town was unremarkable to outsiders, but cherished by its residents. With a population of roughly 1,200 people, the streets were lined with small shops, bakeries, and family homes, each one echoing with the daily rhythm of a close-knit community. Farmers rose at dawn to tend to their fields, children played along dusty roads, and neighbors greeted each other with warmth and familiarity. Local festivals brought everyone together, and the town's modest church bell rang faithfully every Sunday. Despite its seeming normalcy, the town had a history that intrigued those who lived there. Older residents spoke quietly of strange events, lights flickering in the sky at night, odd sounds coming from the nearby forest, and visitors who never seemed to leave. Most dismissed these tales as folklore, passing them down as cautionary stories for children while life went on. The town thrived, seemingly immune to misfortune, a place that felt timeless. Little did anyone know that these whispered stories were only hints, subtle warnings of what was to come. For decades, the town was a symbol of ordinary life. And yet, beneath its surface, a mystery lingered, one that would culminate in the most baffling disappearance in American history. On the evening before the town vanished, life appeared normal. Families gathered around dinner tables, farmers secured their livestock, and shopkeepers closed their doors after a busy day. Some residents recalled an uneasy feeling in the air, a sense of anticipation they couldn't explain. Whether records indicate a calm night, yet multiple accounts describe strange lights hovering near the outskirts of town and unusual sounds coming from the surrounding forests. One diary entry from a local farmer simply read, "Something feels wrong tonight, though I cannot say what." The town's last social gathering, a small harvest festival, was held without incident, yet several attendees reported feeling watched. Out-of-town travelers who had planned to leave that evening never returned, and their disappearance went unnoticed, attributed to routine delays. Meanwhile, the night remained quiet, almost too quiet, as if the town itself was holding its breath. Families went to bed without incident, unaware that their town's fate was about to change forever. The ordinary hum of life was the final backdrop to an extraordinary event, one that would leave the town empty and bafflingly intact, a frozen snapshot of everyday life, interrupted in the most inexplicable way. Historians and local storytellers alike have speculated whether this night held signs that were ignored, or whether the disappearance was entirely sudden and unavoidable. Dawn broke over the town as usual, painting the streets in soft gold light, yet this morning was unlike any other. Residents who arose early noticed an unusual silence. Birds seemed absent, the wind was still, and the town's normal sounds, dogs barking, children laughing, shop doors opening, were gone. When neighbors checked on each other, they discovered empty homes, meals left unfinished, and livestock roaming without supervision. Doors remained wide open, windows unshuttered, and personal belongings were left behind as though their owners had vanished mid-action. Reports indicate that some vehicles were found with keys in the ignition, suggesting people intended to travel but never made it. Witnesses, though few, recalled glimpses of shadows or figures moving strangely in the periphery, vanishing when approached. Panic began to set in as townsfolk realized that an entire community, 1,200 people, had seemingly disappeared overnight. Authorities were alerted, and investigators arrived to document the scene. They found no signs of forced removal, no footprints leading away, and no evidence of a sudden natural disaster. The town appeared preserved in time, almost like a museum of life interrupted. This morning marked the beginning of a mystery that would perplex generations, drawing attention from historians, paranormal investigators, and curious minds across the country. Authorities arrived to an unsettling scene. Streets were empty, buildings intact, and belongings untouched. Investigators meticulously documented every detail. Diaries and letters revealed ordinary life, with no warnings or premonitions of what was about to happen. Animals, both livestock and pets, roamed freely, while the town's infrastructure remained fully functional. Theories were quickly proposed, ranging from mass migration to natural disaster, yet none fit the evidence. Footprints appeared to start and stop abruptly. Vehicles were left running, and some personal items seemed intentionally left behind, though their purpose remained unclear. Local law enforcement interviewed neighboring communities who reported nothing unusual: no screams, no alarms, no sightings of panicked residents fleeing. Military and federal agencies were consulted, but no records matched the town's disappearance. As days passed, investigators attempted to reconstruct the last hours using eyewitness accounts and environmental data. Yet each attempt only deepened the mystery. Maps and aerial surveys revealed no hidden routes or tunnels that could account for the population's sudden absence. It was as if the town had simply dissolved into thin air. The investigation created a lasting legend, sparking speculation, folklore, and numerous theories that continue to divide experts and amateurs alike. Over time, multiple theories emerged to explain the inexplicable disappearance. The first, and perhaps most conventional, was a natural disaster. Proponents suggested an underground sinkhole or sudden flooding could have caused mass evacuation or instant disappearance. However, geological surveys found no signs of such events. Another theory pointed to secret government experiments inspired by the town's proximity to military training grounds. Some documents hinted at unusual military activity weeks prior, fueling speculation that the town had been deliberately emptied. Paranormal explanations, though controversial, gained traction among enthusiasts. Reports of strange lights, shadowy figures, and inexplicable sounds were cited as evidence of supernatural involvement. Mass hysteria, or psychological phenomena, were also considered, though unlikely to explain an entire town vanishing. Each theory has its advocates and skeptics, yet none fully accounts for the physical evidence. Abandoned homes, functioning infrastructure, and personal belongings left untouched. Even decades later, historians, cryptographers, and paranormal investigators continue to debate the truth. What makes this disappearance truly remarkable is the combination of physical normalcy and human absence, a paradox that challenges our understanding of reality and history. Today, the town remains a subject of fascination and investigation. Drone footage and archaeological surveys reveal foundations, streets, and remnants of homes frozen in the state they were left decades ago. Some researchers have documented subtle environmental anomalies, areas where vegetation grows differently. Shadows behave oddly, and electromagnetic readings fluctuate. Legends and folklore continue to thrive among locals and enthusiasts, preserving the memory of the vanished town. Tourists, urban explorers, and paranormal investigators visit the site, drawn by curiosity and the desire to witness the unexplained. Books, documentaries, and articles recount the story, ensuring that the town's mystery reaches new generations. Its disappearance has inspired similar investigations into lost communities across the United States, creating a subgenre of historical mysteries and unexplained phenomena. The vanished town serves as a reminder of how fragile human life can be in the face of the unknown, and how history preserves puzzles that challenge logic, science, and belief. To this day, no one has found definitive answers, leaving us with a haunting question. What truly happened to the people of the town that vanished overnight? As the sun sets over the empty streets of the vanished town, we are left with more questions than answers. Decades have passed, but no evidence has explained how an entire community could disappear without a trace, leaving behind only the echoes of everyday life frozen in time. Was it a natural disaster, a secret experiment, or something beyond human understanding? Perhaps we will never know. What remains certain is that the town's story endures, haunting the memories of those who once lived there and captivating the curiosity of anyone who dares to explore its mystery. The vanished town stands as a silent reminder that history still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered, and that sometimes reality can be stranger than fiction. If you've enjoyed uncovering this lost legend of America, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of unexplained disappearances, forgotten towns, and eerie mysteries from across the United States. And now, we want to hear from you. What do you think really happened to the people of this town? Share your theories in the comments below, because the search for answers is far from over.